give the thumb for. No.
Charge 40 an hour, get in there, get out, everything good. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays it's like, oh, you gotta have a recording session, this the master session, all that.
Yeah.
Back then it wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? But so recorded that first song, and then after I recorded that, I dropped my first tape called Expired.
Expired. What year was that? When you dropped that?
I want to say this was a long time ago. This had to be like 2014 or 2015.
Yeah.
Type shit, you know what I'm saying? Then so once I dropped Expired, I was just trying to keep the momentum going off of that. I started to just like do my research and how to actually get into where I needed to be at, you know what I'm saying? So I tried to do my own performance. I ended up performing, but the way I was going through like a third party agency. I don't know if you ever heard of Afton.
Nah, what's that?
It's basically like a way where you could just sign up and do what they shows are about. You know what I'm saying? They have their own shows at certain days. They rent out certain venues. But the key thing is you have to sell a certain amount of tickets in order to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Or whatever. So, and if you didn't sell a certain amount of tickets, then you wouldn't be able to perform. Or you would just be last.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And going through that whole process, you're just looking at like, damn, ain't nobody really in here. It's just the artist that's really on top of the list and shit. So I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. If I'm gonna spend my money on something, I want to make sure that I'm getting something out of it. Which I did got something out of it because it was still an experience. That was my first time on stage, you know what I'm saying? But I started to just try to figure out, like I said, how to maneuver myself and to get where I wanted to get.
For sure.
I feel like Afton was just like the scratching the surface type shit. You feel me? Which I feel like I'm still scratching the surface. I ain't even down there all the way.
But you came a long way from that.
Yeah. From looking back at it from like where my sound was to where it is now, I love my progression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing that I wouldn't change about it. But yeah, that's all how that all came about with just happening shows. And then I say like my first actual year, like actually getting out, like doing footwork with it, was probably like before the pandemic type shit.
Yeah, so like 2019.
Yeah, like, 2018 leading on to 2019.
Yeah, because that's when you were performing like Nostalgia and shit off the... Okay, cool. Yeah. So you dropped... What year you graduate? High school?
2013.
2013. Okay, I'm 2014. So what year you dropped Expired? The tape Expired? Was that in high school?
No, that wasn't in high school. That was when I got out of high school. So
okay,
that was
cool.
Like I said, that was either 2014 or 2015. I'm not for sure.
Cool.
It was around that time frame though. I'm for sure. Yeah.
Word. So in between that, so you ain't dropped your next tape until like 2018, right? Last season, wasn't that till like 2017, 18? Yeah.
So the last season, the thing about that was just gonna be like a mixtape concept project, cause it's called, the last one I dropped was last season 3.
Word.
The way that I was gonna do it was like at the beginning of each season or the end of each season, I was gonna announce a project that I was releasing. I was gonna have the background represent what that last season was.
Yeah, for sure.
Last season was just gonna be me talking about what I went through that last season type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I feel like I had ended it at last season 3 because I feel like that was just it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to continue it. You feel me? So last season 3 is just a compilation of songs that I had, rough songs that I had from LS1 and LS2.
Okay.
I think Nostalgia was only it was only 2 songs on there that was like really, really new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nostalgia was one of them, and I think the other one was like Runaway.
Yeah.
Like
so what was some of the stuff that like you was going through in between like Expired and that? Cause you hear it in the song, like one of the songs you said, "Shout out to my old head, never came around to see me." Like how was like making music, knowing that's in the back of your mind? Like how was that process? Like knowing that Pop's not around and stuff.
I mean, to be honest with you, at that time when I was little, it did bother me, but now that I'm grown and stuff, it really don't bother me as that much. Like I said, it's when I write something, it's just something that probably come through my head at the time. You know what I'm saying? So when I wrote that, it wasn't like I had no type of envy towards it or feelings towards it, but it was just like, man, this nigga did really fucking let me. Like, nigga, you didn't even come around. I'm here now. You feel me? So like with that kind of fueled me though too, to say like, damn, you didn't even bother to try to see where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit like that. So that was a major part of that. And also I was just going through like saving up my money, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure everything out, going through life. working a 9 to 5, you know how that goes.
Word.
9 to 5, it'll just be having you like, man, I don't do this.
Fuck this shit, yeah.
Yeah, on some real stuff. And I was working at the airport that time too, which was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
cause you're not that far from it. Like you ain't too far from the airport, did you?
Yeah, nah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That was a cool little spot, but then I got into a little incident. You know, so
fuck them.
Things happen.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I ain't too much worried about it. But that whole experience, like I said, the experience that I went through with everything, just making my music, I'm glad that I went through it. I wouldn't change none of it.
Word, for sure. Cause now, like when you hear Dubs cry, you can hear like a whole new, like you in your music bag now. Like now you know what I'm saying? Like you got features on it, which is crazy. Am I saying this? Is it Mercy or is it Mercy just with an X?
It's Mercy, but I've got a correction on it that she wants to be called LA Super Son.
LA Super.
Yeah, LA Super Son.
She different. She the one.
Yeah,
she the one.
Yeah,
no cap.
Shout out to LA Super Son. But yeah, she yeah, that's crazy. Everybody keep on saying that she went crazy on the song. Everybody, I was just like, damn, she did snap.
Yeah, she the one, bruh. No cap. Like,
so yeah, that I met her through like I was doing like a little contest or whatever for like the anniversary of my LS3 project.
Okay.
Like, if you repost it, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna send y'all out some cash or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just for showing the support. And then my homie Lacey, shout out to Lacey the Great, he another good artist. He just dropped the project too.
For sure.
Yeah, he had reposted it, and then she had reposted it, and I was like, well, shit, here your money. And she was like, nah, you keep it. I just fuck with your music.
That's
like,
hard.
All right, cool. So then he ended up throwing the showcase, and she ended up being there. So I was like, oh shit, I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, network
with her and shit. After that, that's how it just happened.
See what that turned into, cause bruh, like yeah, even though damn, what's that shit? Get Enough, my favorite songs. That's one for the shorties. That's definitely my favorite song. Right. But that song, like, bruh, she did her thing. No cap. Like, yeah, that shit hard. Yeah. Yeah, so what made you this time like, okay, now I'm finna get features? Cause your last project, you ain't had no features. It's just you. Nah, so like, what made you now, okay, I'm finna get some features now?
Because I knew it was certain things that I couldn't do.
Damn, I felt that, bro. That's real as fuck.
As turns, it's just like musically. It's like I hear the sound, I know how I want it to sound, and if it's something that I'll try to do it, but if it's something that I know I can't really do, then I'll try to get somebody on it. Like one of the songs, I say like Guardian Angels. If you listen closely in it, it's a female in the background. Shout out to T, by the way. But at first, it was just gonna be me in the background hitting the high pitched notes. Now, you know, with people like deep voice and stuff, it's kind of hard for them to hit them high pitched notes.
Even with the auto tune, it's hard.
Even with the auto tune, and I really don't like using auto tune like that.
For
you
sure.
feel me? I try to keep my vocals as raw as possible so they can have that experience and connect with me on a type level. You feel me? So I'm in there just trying to lay it down, and it's just like it ain't hitting.
Yeah.
It's not hitting at all until she came up with the idea. Was like, I could get on there for you. You feel me? And that's just off the strength of her, you know what I'm saying, fucking with me. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and do your thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's just how that all came about. And then some of the songs that was like where my sound, I would say, was different. It was like, it was in the heat of the moment. I just came up with that shit in the heat of the moment type something, because I had like 3 rough drafts of Doves Cry before I actually dropped the project.
It be like that. You got to get it right.
You feel me? And each time it was like, okay, I'm ready. But every time I'm listening back to it, I'm like, nah, something got to be added on to this, or something needs to be, you know, structured into it. And actually, shout out to the people that came through at the last minute, because it was a week before release that I finished everything for the project. I think it was like 4 songs that I had to finish, and some folks, they just slid through on me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pulled up, did what it did.
That's hard. That's God, bro. For real. That's hard.
That's what it is. Like, lately, I have my plan written out of how I want my rollout to go and stuff, but it's just like, bro, I can't control everything.
Yeah,
it
be like that.
So much, you know what I'm saying? So I have to learn. I've been learning just to like understand like what I can't do and what others can do for me, what I can do for them, and try to bring all that together with, you know what I'm saying? Which that was my main goal with this project. I wanted the people to feel like they were a part of something.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's why I'm just trying to keep it that way. I'm trying to make everybody be a part of something that I got going on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So the cover, that's you in the middle, right? That's you with the dress. Okay. Then you got the 2 devil horns.
Yeah.
Then you got the 2 angels. Why? I feel like I know why, but why? Cause you got a lot of songs on there where you talk about like your past sins and how you just overcame a lot. And then even the name of your songs, you got Heaven's Gates, Highway to Heaven, Demon Trials, Guardian Angels. And then you got the angels in the cover. So like, why is that though? Like, why the cover like that?
Well, so I look at it as like me having two sides, a good side and an evil side. You know what I'm saying? It's just me accepting both of them because I can't have one without the other. On some yin yang type shit, you know what I'm saying? But so if you listen closely, Heaven Gates is like me still being up there with God, because you know what I'm saying, if you know the term we fall short of God, Does Cry is basically just in that sense. It's just me falling short of God into my own type of depression, sinning, all types of shit. I'm giving you the real me type shit, you feel me? So Does Cry, I would say it's just that balance between good and evil. At first it seems like it's all good, but then as you get down lower, you see like things don't always be good. It's almost like how you move to a new city or something. You know what I'm saying? You from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, I couldn't say it for you, but certain people who move to Atlanta, they probably look at it like, oh, this is nice, you know.
And it ain't all gravy until you,
everything gravy until like you actually get into it, you just like,
it ain't what you see on TV. Like,
exactly,
it ain't all that.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So with Does Cry, it happened. It was basically me falling for a female, in a sense, and just like, you know what I'm saying, when you in love and all that stuff, you really don't worry about nothing else.
Yeah.
You start to, your whole mood start to change. Everything around you start to change. You start to feel different, do things different.
That's crazy, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never been in love. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I ain't never been in love.
You never been in love?
Nah, so how was that with music? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause bro, I already know, bro, that it's gonna fuck me up. Like, I've already known that shit going, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, I'm at that point now, but I feel like just being in love, it was a good experience for it. But
what you think them two fingers is